Okay, so IG outreach system for copywriters. So this is going to be an entire outreach system. And I want to show you why this is going to be one of the most effective methods that you can use over and over again to start signing not just clients, but just high quality clients. Because that, for me, is what matters the most. I would rather give you a system that will set you up for the long term as a freelance copywriter, not just like some stupid 10-word DM script that you just copy and paste everywhere and wonder why it doesn't work. Because I've seen that floating around. I've tried it myself. And these things just burn out. Like they may work a handful of times, but from my experience, if you send a message to somebody and it can feel like it's been sent to 1,000 other people, it gets ignored. Because that's what happens when messages land in my inbox as well, and my DM um, uh, direct message inbox. If I know it's been sent to other people, I just don't even read it. And that's the same for signing clients as a copywriter. So don't skip any of these modules. They all have a key component in how this client acquisition system works, and it's structured in a way to maximize results. So if you try and skip steps, it's probably not going to work. So lock in and just follow this and repeat it and over and over again, right? This is effective. It's simple, but it's simple because it works. So before we get to the system, let's just talk about money mechanics and how money actually works, because I feel without understanding that, the system won't work. So you're probably here because you want to make more money, right? That's why most people should be watching this video, because they want to make more money as a copywriter. So instead of just relying on luck, here's how you can do it. Now, like I said, generic 10-word DM scripts don't work. They used to, but I think it just doesn't work now. You've seen younger people making big money on as a copywriter and saying, "Oh, it's so easy that you can do exactly the same." Well, I would never say it's easy. It's possible, but it's not easy. You just need a framework to follow, though. You can't just randomly throw spaghetti at the wall and hope any of this sticks. That's not a recipe for long-term success. You may have had some good results. You may have had signed a client here, had some results there, but maybe these people haven't stuck around and they're not consistent clients, and you don't have a system, like I keep saying, for acquiring clients consistently. So this is the real problem, right? And I wanted to talk about this before we go into the system of how money actually works. So money essentially is an exchange of value. It might be in the form of notes or ones and zeros on a screen, but at its core, money follows value. So if you solve meaningful problems for business owners and people, money will flow to you. And if you're not making the money you want right now, it's probably because you aren't solving a big enough problem. So businesses that win solve problems at scale. Tesla, Apple, Netflix, Amazon, these big companies all do this. Tesla, electric cars, electric vehicles, autonomous stuff. Apple, very seamless connectivity, a very beautiful product. Netflix, streaming service. Amazon, prime delivery, fast delivery, and access to the biggest amount of products on planet Earth. And these companies all get paid because they provide massive value to the market. So, with that said, we can then make an assumption that your income is a reflection of the problems that you solve. So, if you're not making the money that you want right now, it's because you're not solving painful problems for the right people, or problems that people perceive that they need to fix. So, this is the system overview, and I've broken it down to 5 steps. And first of all, you need to find the leads, and they're not just any leads. These are leads that will turn into clients. Okay, so these are people who are actively looking for help. We're not going out just finding Joe and Jane off the street and asking if we can do some copywriting for them. That's not what we want to do, because they're not actively looking for a copywriter, nor do they understand the value of what a copywriter can do for you. So they're not going to be interested. And the last place you want to be is having to convince somebody that they need a copywriter. That's pointless. Second point is outreach. So then we're going to look at the outreach process and how to craft messages that actually get responses without those stupid 10-word DMs. Then we'll look at this thing called, I've coined the value bomb approach, where we're going to get clients or potential clients eager to work with you before you even send any kind of pitch or offer to them. So selling before selling, basically. And then I'm going to show you how to close and get paid. So this is how you structure an offer that converts without needing sales experience whatsoever. And then we'll finally touch upon scaling and iterating. So how do you grow from there? How do you refine this process and make more money as time goes on with less effort? Because we have something called leverage. So it's not about gimmicks or tricks. I'm not going to give you some one weird hack. This is a proven process, and you have to just keep doing this over and over again and execute it consistently to land those real paying clients. And this system will work. So don't go through this system and implement it once and then tell me it doesn't work, because it does work. This is the same system I follow. And more than likely, if you look at any other client acquisition system of any other YouTube mentor teaching this, copywriting mentor even, or any mentor in most spaces, it's probably broken down into similar 5 steps. So let's look at step one. How do you find perfect leads? So one of the biggest mistakes that people make is they targeting the wrong people. So you need to focus on leads who are already in need of what you have to offer. So this is something I'm quite passionate about right now. Online educators on Instagram and YouTube is a massive opportunity right now because the niche is growing so fast. And the good thing about online educators are people who are selling their knowledge and education as an expert. They are in need of high quality copy that converts more people into students, or the students into customers even. And I think they're really easy to identify. So I'm going to give you an example here. Now, this is a YouTube example. I know this here says Instagram outreach system, but you can use this on Instagram and for YouTube. So we've got 2 types of channels on YouTube: entertainment and education. So your entertainment channels are channels like Mr. Beast, who solely rely on generating views for an income and making money through ad revenue. Okay. And then we have education channels. So this is like from a basketball tutorial channel I found. And there's a video here showing people how to shoot the perfect ball. Right. I don't know anything about basketball, but this person is teaching somebody a skill. And this person is more than likely selling something off the back of this. So he's using YouTube to grow an audience of people who are interested in learning more about basketball and the skill of basketball. And then he's going to sell an educational product off the back of it. I can almost guarantee that. So we don't want to be targeting these types of channels or looking for people who are just in it for entertainment, because that's not where the money is in this. Education material and content, online educators, is where you should be looking. So how do you find the right leads? I use 2 platforms, YouTube and Instagram. I feel that is the best. Those 2 are the best places to look right now for leads, and there's literally almost unlimited opportunities. And then once you find educators on these platforms through simple searches on Instagram search and the search bar on YouTube, you then want to organize your leads and your outreach process into something like a Google Sheet. But this is really important, because when you first start, you'll think you don't need to do this. You'll miss this step. I can guarantee it, because I did this. And you'll think, oh, I'm just going to, just do it on the fly. But when you're reaching out to 10, 20, 30 people a day, or whatever your number is, to stay consistent with this, you want to stay on track to avoid confusion and overwhelm. And the best place to do this is to organize it in a simple Google Sheet, showing you like who you've reached out to, the channel URL, whether they've responded, what they've responded with, and how the communication has gone. So once you've done that, obviously, then you populate that same Google Sheet with their contact information. So this could be the email, the name, even their Instagram handles. You can direct message them on there. Just gives you a bird's eye view of how to contact this person. But the key takeaway is you need a structured system to find and track high potential leads. So if you don't do this, you will find this hard and overwhelming as you start to grow. So let's move on to the outreach process. So this is the formula for outreaching. Now, your outreach when you find potential clients, now you've got a big list of people, maybe 10, 20, 30 people to reach out to. So the outreach needs to be non-needy, and you need to come across as confident. You then need to provide immediate value, and you need to come across as personal, authentic, right? So the big mistake I see people sending messages, first cold DM, right? They'll come across as salesy straight away, and it'll almost be a copy and paste few paragraph message say how I can help you. And if that lands in my inbox, I am instantly not interested. Whereas if somebody wanted to actually start a genuine conversation with me without trying to pitch me on their services straight away or anything like that, I'd be way more inclined to talk to them. That's where the authenticity and transparency comes in. So there's a bit of a caveat with this as well, because think about why you use DMs, right? You are on there for short periods of time, I would hope. So you keep the messages short and direct as well. And also link to a valuable resource. So once you've maybe started a conversation with these people, only briefly, just to get the conversation going, send them a valuable resource free of charge. Don't try and charge anything up front. And this could be in the form of a Google Doc like this. It could even be a Loom video showing this person like how you can help them with copywriting. So what I mean by this is, say for example, they do have a channel around basketball education and they do link to a basketball product or a sales page or something. If you can see something on any part of this person's funnel that could be improved, a better headline, better bullet points, some tweaks to make optimization better, put it in a Loom video and send it them. You're not you're not doing anything for them. You're just literally pointing out, look, this could be done better. Go sort it out. You'll get instant results from it. Boom. That's valuable. And you're not coming across as salesy. You're almost doing something for somebody without the expectation of getting something in return. But I guarantee the law of reciprocity will kick in and you'll get what you want. Not every single time this works, but the law of reciprocity will work the majority of the time in your favor. Basically, if you do something for somebody out of the goodwill of your own heart, it will come back to you. Now, if you send somebody this and they maybe see it and they don't respond to you, which is quite normal, send them a follow-up message if they don't respond. I don't mean about spamming people or being desperate, but just keep it casual. Hey, did you get a chance to check this out? That's really important. And the fortune is in the follow-up. That's something I can tell you. Like, a lot of the times, you're not going to land a client in one message. Like, it's going to take some time to warm people up and follow up with this. And don't feel weird if you have to follow up with people, because people have busy lives. They may just read your message and then think, I need to reply. This is great later on. And then something else in life comes up. So they might just not have they might have just forgotten about to respond to you. So the follow-up is very key. And then the value bomb approach. So step number 3. Now, free value trumps anything because it establishes trust straight away. It builds credibility before you even offer any kind of service or anything, or talk about you as a copywriter. And it shows you know your shit. It shows real expertise. Those people who can put the risk on their own shoulders and do something good for somebody first without expecting anything in return will always win over people who go straight into the pitch and are very, very abrupt about things. Trust me. Try and eliminate objections before they arise. So as you're talking to people and communicating with people, figure out through subtle hints and differences, like, what are their pain points? What are they struggling with? Because you can address this when you give them your offer, right? So, now, as I said before, you want to offer free value, and there's a couple of examples I have here. And this is if somebody has a funnel. So they have content at the top, and it funnels down into sales page, and they have an email list where they build in trust with people. Offer to reroute their sales page or landing page to help boost conversions. Show them you know what you're talking about. Same with email sequences. You may opt into their email sequence or to learn more from them and find there could be some really simple tweaks to do. like a welcome series that helps build even more trust. Give them a template for it, or even further, just go and write a few emails for them. Go above and beyond. Don't go and rewrite their whole marketing funnel or anything. That's ridiculous. That's not worth it. It's just a lot of time and effort on your part for not a guaranteed client in return. But just go out your way before you offer anything to them to show that you're serious about this, you know your shit, and you can help this person. And as I've written here, clear introduction, tell them what it is and why it matters, give them a simple breakdown. This is in the Loom video, by the way. Highlight the key changes that will help improve conversions. And then quick call to action, offer them a quick way to respond or book a call with you to help get help further. So then we move on to closing and getting paid. So this is where we can start landing clients, right? Now, sales calls, people struggle. Like, this is a really big stumbling block for a lot of people because they think sales is hard. It's very professional. But if it's done correctly, it should feel effortless. You shouldn't have to be selling people on what you're doing because the selling has already been done previous to this in these steps back up here, right? All this here, and building trust through free value. Then when you get onto this, the sales call or a discovery call, it's just a general chat to make sure that you can offer value to this person, right? And if it's a big enough problem, like we said back up in step 1, or even previous step 1 about money, if you solve big problems, this will be reflected in the amount of money you earn. You see what I'm saying? So you want to help them see that working with you is the right move. They want to feel confident in making the next move with you. That's where a lot of people struggle. They're not confident in what they offer. Maybe they have imposter syndrome, just don't feel like they can do this as a copywriter. This is the problem. So you need to develop that belief in yourself. And you can do this by doing free work and practicing copywriting daily. So here's a simple framework for when you jump on a sales call. I wouldn't even call it a sales call because that's almost like guards up straight away kind of vibe. I don't like that. So a simple framework when you jump on a call, again, icebreakers, just keep it friendly and relaxed. You're not on a sales call. You're just on a general conversation about how you can help this business or person. Then you want to move into the discovery section and start asking about their current struggles. Like, just get to know them about what they're up to. Because if you've done this, if you've done the previous steps correctly, you should only be speaking to people who know the value of a copywriter. You shouldn't have to be on these calls convincing people what copywriting is and why they need it. That's just ridiculous. Don't want to be doing that. Then you want to offer your solution. So show how you can help with clear examples. So if you've done this before for people, similar clients, or even for yourself, or how other people have done it, how you've observed other people doing this and how we can apply it to what you're doing, that's showing that you have like common sense and you are very switched on and you can apply what you've seen over here to a new business. And this is why this works, regardless of whether you've got clients right now or not. Because people think that you have to have clients for this to work. And sure, having case studies, testimonials, having experience in the game is always going to trump that. But if you're just starting out and you're like, well, how do I get a client without having experience? How do I get experience without a client? It's like the chicken and egg. Just go and, I call it a permissionless apprenticeship, right? Well, I got that off Ali Abdaal. I think it's amazing. And you basically just go and create work for yourself. And that is just showing initiative and work ethic. And that to me is so valuable as a business owner. And then the offer, keep it super simple. Don't bloody confuse anyone. Keep it low risk and keep it outcome focused. So here's a couple of offer ideas if you're struggling. So this could be, let's say, $1.5 a month or something for weekly copywriting and emails. This could be like unlimited. It could be a set number of emails, a set amount of copywriting. That's fairly low risk for somebody who's looking to invest in a copywriter, just to see if you guys get on and you actually produce outcomes for the client and you're valuable, which I'm sure you will be. You could then charge £1,000 or like, I should actually put a plus there, plus for a full sales page revamp. Now that might be a high figure for you right now. It might be a low figure, but this should increase over time. But if, for example, this person is selling a product that's £250, dollars, or anything more than that, you only have to make a couple of sales to make your copywriting worth it and this investment worth it? So this is valuable as hell. And then you can also offer performance-based offers. So this is, a low upfront investment for the client, and you get paid based on the percentage of results. So this is really good because it's basically saying, look, if I get you results, you pay me, rather than you pay me and you most probably will get good results. So it's a kind of like it's a lower risk and showing that, again, you believe in what you're offering to the client. But any three of these offers will work. They're really powerful. This is exactly what I started out with. I started doing copywriting when I first started for, I think my first offer was £1,500 for 3 emails a week per month, which is quite low ball, but it's easy for me to write in the fun emails. So there you go. That's what I would personally do if I was starting out, and then scale up from there when your confidence grows. So final step, scaling and iterating. Really simply, track what's working and what's not, because the faster you can get to this stage and figure out what's working, you can double down on that, trim the fat on what's not working, and double down on what is working. That's the biggest take home from this. Always optimizing. And then adjust your outreach based on feedback. So depending on, if you start outreaching to different types of clients or leads, and some are jumping on phone calls more than others in different niches. Maybe there's a certain demographic that is just more like apt to wanting to work with you as a copywriter. Then double down on those types of people based on the feedback you're getting. And again, copywriting is a skill that you should hone. It's like going to the gym. You're not going to build muscles by just thinking about doing push-ups. You have to go and do the push-ups, right? And copywriting is no different. 30 minutes to an hour a day. And obviously, when you start getting clients, that can also be classed as you practicing copywriting. But that's just like with any skill. I would definitely try and work on your skill of copywriting every single damn day. So daily routine for success: source new leads, send outreach messages, follow up on the previous leads, improve copywriting outreach, refine and optimize based on the results. And I can literally guarantee if you stick to this, it will work. You just have to stick to it and iterate every single day. And if you do this for, say, 60 or 90 days, or even 30 days, every single damn day, and it doesn't work, like, I'd almost be gobsmacked, because literally this is the only guaranteed way to make this work, to make this system, this 5-step process is like the most guaranteed way to make this work and help you land clients in 2025 as a copywriter. I hope this was useful. Any comments below on this entire system, pop them below. I'd be interested to know. And there will also be links below to my complete copywriting course. YouTube will recommend some videos on here somewhere now. You can go and check out next. But I hope that was useful, guys. I want you to win with this. Like, I could have just included this in my copywriting course as a module itself, but I literally just want you to win and start getting results. Because once you start getting results and having trust in me, then maybe you'll think, fuck, if his free stuff is this valuable, wonder what his course is like. And that's exactly what I want you to be in a position to do, to invest in me so I can help you even further. I hope this was useful, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.